Hey guys, Creator Mom. So today I was on the phone with someone and I was inquiring about her martial arts business. But anyway, we got into a deeper conversation pretty fast, oddly. I don't know, I guess that just happens with some people. She was telling me how she has two sons who are older, and the one is like is married and is about to have a baby, and how they're kind of like on two ends of the spectrum with like medical freedom, if you will. The one obviously does not want to get shots and shit like that, believes probably in medical freedom, and the other, is that prototype that wants everybody in their family to get shots before they can see the baby. One of those. I understand their logic only because I think if I was in the frame of mind where I totally believed in these shots and it was black and white and germs cause this and this is the solution, that's it, no questions asked, foolproof, germ theory is 100% correct, the shot theory is 100%, you know what I mean? And I'm coming from that mindset because that's the mindset that they're under. That's their state. Of course they would make that decision, right? That seems like the logical decision to make when you're in that state of thinking in that way. You're imagining, that people are just germ carrying motherfuckers and they're gonna come around a baby, your baby's gonna get sick and die and shit like that. Because that's what that whole paradigm teaches you. When actually it's quite the opposite. I feel like it's very quite the opposite. So, I had a baby. My babies, had no shots. Very healthy. So, they don't even get sick. They don't even get sick until they're like close to one, in my opinion. But you'll see, babies that get, babies that get like shots, all the shots and shit, like they have constant ear infections, constant shit is going on, constant runs to the pediatrician's office, and ones that don't, that's way less of an occurrence. So yeah, it's really not a concern. Like, you really don't. And it's amazing, like, I feel bad for these parents that are under this spell, under this delusion, because it's like you could live so much more free and not fearful, but they live under total fear. So that can cause conflict in families and stuff like that, Of course, the lady was like, yeah, my son is probably not going to do that. Well, I wouldn't get no shots to see nobody's baby either. I don't care if it was my brother. So, just see the baby, see the child when they feel like it's okay, you know what I mean? And it doesn't matter anyway, because the most important thing for babies is to be bonding with their parents anyhow. So, it is what it is. But it's very easy for it to become an emotionally charged thing. For it to be like, fine, you want me to get those shots? Well, fuck you then. I don't want to see your fucking baby anyway. There's a temptation there to go there. To be like, fuck off. You're being a complete idiot. But this is how people get, especially with their firstborns. But, yeah, that whole... I haven't really been participating much in the medical freedom. I have a channel called Moms Against Medical Bullying, where I just kind of documented my journey a little bit about researching into these shots and, where they began, the late 1700s, early 1800s, what was the thought behind them, what, their first successes, and reading books about physicians who completely opposed these shots and showed that it was a complete falsity based upon a false theory. So, yeah. But when people's minds are completely enwrapped in this state of this theory, you know, they just see people as like walking germs that are just going to give their babies diseases. And it's just like, and little do they know, like, what they're giving their baby is diseases of all sorts and maladies of all sorts, which is sad. But what are you going to do? That's their problem. And there might be a little sarcasm in my voice when I say that, a little bit of bitterness, but because nothing is really only that person's problem. And this is the problem, right, with both sides of the spectrum. Because, well, people would say, well, with believing the germ theory and shots, well, it's not just our problem, it's everyone's problem. Because if everybody doesn't do this one thing, then diseases and blah, 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 right? We all affect one another, which we do all affect one another in a way. So, but hey, that's how the world, that's just how it is. And, you know, on the other side of the spectrum, we say, well, you keep getting them things, there's going to be more, you know, worse diseases in the world, like cancers and neurological damages that you can't fix or whatever, that are harder to fix, more deadly things that affect everyone, more disabled people, more disabled kids that could be like a burden on the system. You know, who's going to take care of all these kids that are neurologically damaged by these things? You know? Shit. But honestly, babies don't even really get sick. If they're sleeping and they're fed properly and they're loved on properly, like, they're kept safe, they're really just fucking golden, honestly. Alright, guys. Peace out.